It's the 2023 Maryland Kubb Championship, the inaugural Maryland Kubb Championship. Of course, the tournament is new. The location is not. This is Hopkins Farm Brewery. We love this place. The grass is incredible. The beer is incredible. The location is incredible. It's Havre de Grace, Maryland, the host for the East Coast Kubb Championship the last 2 years. I am Stu Gander. With me, Sven Heikes. Sven, what's shaking, baby?
I just love to see our biggest fan, Lewis, there on the intro. That's fantastic. No, great. We've been battling out all day. We're here for the quarterfinals. It's exciting. This is going to be good, man.
Yeah, so we've played 7 rounds so far today. Oh, of course, we can't not talk about the return of Cousin Dave, which has been eagerly awaited. Yeah, Cousin Dave is back today. We got lots of the top teams on the East Coast. This is an old school East Coast tournament here. The individual standings, Dan Corey, Mike Davids, Adam Holtz, Cody, Drew, Bob, Brian. We got 6 of the top 10 playing, and here, of course, are the club standings after East Coast. Raleigh Kubb took the lead, but most of the top 4 clubs have people here. So this is what the leaderboard looked like after 4. In round 5, the Kubb Stashes knocked off Kraken Beer, which is probably going to knock Kraken Beer out of the top spot. And then we also have Kung Mo Dare lost to Projectile Dysfunction. No, Ice Cubes. I don't remember what it said. Round 6, the Kubb Stashes tied leading Black Sabbath. That's probably going to lock the Kubb Stashes into the number 1 seed. And Projectile Dysfunction tied. So Projectile Dysfunction was in it. Now maybe not so much. They won't be in it. But Block Sabbath knocked off the Ice Cubes. That's going to knock them out of the championship bracket. And Kubb Time did win, so they lock up the 8th seed. Going against the Kubb Stashes in number 1. Number 2, Block Sabbath. Number 3, Kraken Beer. Number 4, Das Kubb. And then I can't remember the rest. Mm-hmm. No, boy, Sven, this is going really fast. Silver bracket.
Stinking graphics.
Yeah. Boy, they're
rolling.
Yeah, they're looking to get inside a Hopkins Farm and have a beer, get this thing over with, I think. So anyway, we are doing Kubb Zone today. We're going to have that 4-5 matchup. Das Kubb 5-2 game record. They are the 4 seed playing against Vektor 2, a 4-3 game record, the number 5 seed. So we got a little Queen City Kubb, Old Line Kubb action going on here. We got, of course, Mike Davids, Nick Bartlett. Mike Davids second in the AKT standings right now. Sven, say some words.
It's been a good day for both these teams. I thought Das Kubb with the 4 seed. I mean, we have I think this field is slightly top heavy with 22 teams. You know, I'd say we have 6 or 7 quality teams here. These two, Vektor 2 is actually Vektor from East Coast Championship. I guess they're just the second Vektor to sign up.
Yeah.
Same team from the East Coast that got second in silver. I would think. I like Das Kubb in this matchup, but it's gonna be good.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'm taking Das Kubb as well for 2 reasons, 2 big reasons. Number 1, the Ginger Lion is letting the main flow. That's number 1 right there. Number 2, I probably can't see it yet. Mike Davids going shoeless today. I like that. That's a good move for him.
Yes, he does that on occasion. One thing I have noticed from Mike, and we just saw it there, is he's been filling it up from 8 meters today.
Yeah, he is.
He is just dialed in and knocking them down. And honestly, this team in general, Bartlett's having a good day as well. They're looking dangerous here in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, the thing about Nick, Friday night friendlies at the East Coast Kubb Championship. He was drilling, and he had a completely new style to drilling. And at East Coast, I think during the actual tournament, I think Mike drilled. So Nick didn't quite unveil it yet.
Uh-huh.
He has unveiled it today, and he's been drilling. He's been getting them in there pretty tight.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think the other thing that's helped Nick's game has been the regular uh, plays, the Friday night, or not Monday night friendlies that they've been playing down in Charlotte,
Yeah,
pretty much all year. So that's been big for him too, just to get some consistent work in.
yep. Get the reps in.
The camera awareness.
Yeah, what are you
um,
gonna do?
yeah. So field conditions, we're looking at grass is good. Drilling conditions are good. We do have most of these pitches are running uphill towards Das Kub right now, and there's a decent wind blowing kind of either to Das Kub's back in Vektor's face or kind of off the post on Nick's left, right by that pitch marker
Yeah,
sign. It's
kind of
kind
like
of
a left to right 45-degree angle type thing.
or shift straight down pitch. I mean,
Yeah,
but it's a solid 10 to 15, gusting at 20 mile an hour today.
yeah,
So
it's definitely moving your batons, especially at 8.
yeah,
Probably a good 6 to 10 inches, I would say.
just depends. Or it can just feel like I know if I was playing today, if I'm winning the lag, I'm taking the side that Dust Cube's on right now. Drilling's easier coming down the hill. Plus, when you're going slightly up these hills with that wind in your face, it just feels like it might as well be like throwing up Mount Everest.
Yeah,
It just feels like it's hard.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
you know,
wind definitely a factor. Of course,
of course.
we've had one tournament so far this year. Factor.
Yeah.
This is number 4, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, it seems like every time Bob's plays.
yeah, yeah. He's a
Didn't
tornado.
play at East Coast, and conditions were perfect.
Yep.
Playing those other four, and not so much. But
Yeah. So conditions. So you talked about the drilling or the grass here. I mean, the grass is fantastic. I've been told it hasn't rained in like a month and a half here, but
yeah,
the grass is so fluffy. I don't even know that I've touched the ground yet, so I couldn't tell you.
yeah, no, it's not. I was expecting it to be a lot harder as far as firm,
Yeah.
and it is not. And I mean, because it was the month of May was the driest May in Philadelphia history, which is not far north from here. We just haven't had rain, and
Yeah.
so considering that, it is playing really well as far as the grass is concerned. But we did move this year as far as where we played the last two East Coast Championships was kind of um,
Just
out.
up the road a piece.
Yeah, just kind
Up
of
the
on the other
parking lot a
side.
piece.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's at a piece of land that they use often for parking when they get to capacity, which they were expecting to today. And let me tell you, there's a lot of people here.
Yeah, there are.
Um,
A lot
so
of people just walking up saying, "Hey, what is this?" By the way,
yeah,
like
no,
I have spoken to 3 or 4 people and explained Coob to them today.
hmm definitely. We're at a much more accessible location. Um, so definitely different than the last two East Coast Championships here as far as the field conditions. But yeah, it's definitely very accessible to the other people in the brewery, which is nice.
Yeah, and it was sunny earlier today. It's
Yeah.
gotten very overcast now, but earlier today, like when we started at 9 this morning, it was sunny, windy, but blue skies, everything.
hmm
Now it's a little gray.
A little bit. I think the rain. It's not supposed to rain because it never rains.
Yeah, yeah.
uh,
Yeah, but I tell you, every once in a while, you see one of these
nice shot
clouds and
there.
you think to yourself, it's going to rain because it looks like it's going to rain, and then it just
It's
doesn't.
not.
Yeah. Oh,
Wow,
big
nice turn
turn.
by Vektor.
And are we on a king shot already here?
I think we are.
I haven't been paying any attention to what's going on the
Uh,
Kubb zone. We are in the Kubb zone, and that is
Cracking
Kraken
beer,
Beer winning their first game already. That's
knocking
impressive.
out the Fighting Harbors without Joe.
Yeah, so I guess I should probably look down here. So Coop Stash's big lead on Coop time.
Yeah.
And Kung Mo Dare, surprising 7 seed, up 3 cubes on the 2 seed Block Sabbath right now.
Yeah, so I mean, we should probably catch people up who's actually on these teams. So Coop
Yeah, we
Stash
should. That would
is
be a good idea.
Bob and
But
Jake.
first, let's
But
talk about the
first,
AKT schedule.
stick at graphics.
There's 2 tournaments left, PA and the Blasters. Check them out on
Yes.
AtlanticCubeTour.com.
Registration's open for PA Championship right now. Go to KeystoneCube.com. So anyway, number one seed, Coop Stashes. That's Bob and Jake, the Swan. So those two in 2020 East Coast champions. Definitely looking to their goals to win here today, no doubt. Block Sabbath. That's a new team, first time teaming up with your cousin Drew and Joe Harbert.
Yep.
They're a very good team. Nice 2 seed going in. Kraken Beer, we all know so well. Dan Corey and Mike Mayo Horenchik. Um, those three are all looking for the win today, no doubt. And then the 4 seed here is Das Kub, also looking to make a deep run. Obviously, their experience and the way they're playing, they're definitely the wins in play here with them too. So,
Yep.
very good top four, no doubt. I'd say the surprise of these matchups probably are the Harvard boys making it in the top eight. I don't know that there's definitely some good teams that didn't make it in, and those guys fight. I got to see them play early on against Scoop Stashes. They probably should have won that match right out the gate. They're a good team though.
There was a lot of eyes on that one. That was round one of the
Yeah.
day. And I can tell you there were a lot of eyes looking at that one. That one went to time, and there were people with their stopwatches out saying, "Is it time? Is it time?"
Yeah, it was looking like Coop Stash was going to take the big L on that one. They fought back for the Tide leading, I believe, but yeah, the boys had that one in hand. And then you never want to discount Kyle and Rebecca. Kyle Kung Mudare there playing Block Sabbath with the big lead right now. That we all know what Kyle can do.
Yeah, he can. When it gets hot, just like Jake can knock him down when he gets hot, and it looks like Jake just knocked down the King in game one against Coop time.
And I feel like Kyle and Rebecca are becoming kind of the East Coast version of Rhymes with Tube. It just feels like they're a tough out, man. They're always going to be hard to get through. They're always going to make it in this top eight. They always find a way on podiums somehow. It's so you can't discount them, and nothing would really surprise me too much there.
Yeah, and then so we talked about the boys, the Kung Mo there, and then Coop Time, the 8 seed. That is a local team playing here with Old Line Coop. But yeah, local team out of, I don't know if they're technically in Havre de Grace, but I know they're right around here somewhere.
Yeah, they play in Coop League here. They have in the past. So they're not bad. They were surprised to be in the top eight considering Ice Cubes didn't make it. Cousin Dave and Kevin Bachman, the Projectiles Function, didn't make it. I think Function Cubaholics from Virginia definitely were looking for that top eight and pushing for it. But yeah, it was a good result to get there by Coop Time, no doubt about it.
Yeah, agree with that one. So what do we got? Vektor 2 here with the 2-cube lead right now. Yeah.
Oof. Yeah, this is where things can fall apart, though, unfortunately. See if Paul can clean this up.
Yeah, nice so shot. Paul, that was a nice shot. Yeah, so Paul's been drilling today. Yeah, and he's drilling pretty well.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that one that they threw there. So yeah.
Nope. Yeah, nothing wrong with 4 with 3. It's just the 2 throwaways beginning is what hurt them.
Yeah.
But now they've still got a shot at turn saver here. Oh, just missed it.
Yep, over the top. So speaking of the Ice Cubes in the silver bracket quarterfinal, they take the victory over Vektor, the original,
Mm-hmm.
Vektor Classic. I think that's what they call it. Um,
See, that's the thing. It's hard with these Vektor guys. I don't know. But I like the graphics seem to knock the font down a little bit so we can actually see the full baseline uh down here
oh yeah.
with
That
the
was a good idea, wasn't it? Yeah.
yeah. That's good stuff.
Yeah,
I like
whole new graphics package. Couldn't unveil the entire thing because we have the Cube Zone this week, but tune in next week for the full reveal of the full redesigned graphics package.
yes. Nice. All right.
Cube Scouts knocked off the Cubicorns in the bronze bracket. Of course, the silver and bronze bracket are one game matches. That's why the finals are coming in so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Cubicorns, of course, the Fighting Herengics.
Yes. Their Cube tournament debut today,
Yep.
making a run.
I asked Mike about it. He said they wanted to come out and see what all the fun was about.
Mm-hmm.
So here we are.
Heck yeah.
And projectile dysfunction also moves on in the silver bracket.
Yeah, you unfortunately we're not going to see much of Dave on video, but we can
Yeah.
hear him.
Oh yeah.
He
Yeah.
is making some noise back there.
Oh yeah.
Uh Das Cube needs a big turn here. They need to turn this in a hurry. Get a couple more cubes in play, I think would do it. Looks like it's going to be 3 batons here
Yeah,
on
it
the
does.
clear.
And I just said about how great Nick was drilling.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with 4 with 3. It really isn't. But 4 with 4 is not the best.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or 5.
Yeah, that's no good.
Or
Oh
6.
boy. Oh, premature too.
Premature squirrel. All right, now pressure clear territory. Look, we said he's drilling well. We didn't say he's immune to
Oh
mistakes.
no.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Wow.
By the way, Block Sabbath did get one back on Kung Modair, but they're still three down.
Yeah, no. That's only 5 in play.
Yeah.
That could be if Kyle can nail this drill, that could be game over in game 1.
Speaking of cousin Dave whooping it up, he had the crowd going at the
Yeah, he
sniper
did.
contest at lunch, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. So he opened 0 for 2 and then went 4 for 4 to take the lead there, and then Jake came up with a 4 out of 6 to tie him, and so second round was crazy. Jake finished what? He finished 8 out of 12 in that 8-meter competition.
He hit a lot of them, yeah.
Pretty impressive, yeah.
And that is
2 in a row for him too.
I was gonna say 2 8-meter contests in a row.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Burr.
Who won all the other raffles? I can't. Didn't Nick Bartlett win one of them?
Nick won the 50-50, which he graciously donated his winnings to all the raffles are going to the Neil Weekland Benevolent Fund. So he donated that. And then actually Jake won the Cube set and donated that to Das Cube for their Country Cube set cash that they're accumulating here for their tournament play. So
Vektor Dose
mm-hmm.
just missed 2 at the baseline on the advantage line. Yeah, so everybody's just giving stuff out today.
Yeah.
Seems like Nick Bartlett wins the 50-50 a lot, doesn't he? You think he's stacking the deck in some way?
He wins a lot of stuff, but they do put in a bunch of money. So
yeah, that's.
I know he's put in a bunch of money on the Cube sets over the years and hasn't won. So yeah, no, he took down. I think Das Cube, Mike won the Cube set at East Coast, but Nick claimed that he won it, but it was Mike's ticket. So
I don't even know what that means, but okay.
He just had them all, and then Mike was like, "No, that one's mine." And then, yeah, I don't know. He definitely he took down this 50-50, so that's good stuff.
Kung Mo Dare now baseline clear on the number 2 block Sabbath. That would get some people's attention.
Yeah, I mean, I was predicting that this was going to be chalk into the semifinals.
Yeah, that would be surprising.
That would be my guess. We would be, these top four seeds would advance based on the way things have played out today. But that would be a shocking upset, no doubt.
Kubb stashes looks like they have their quarterfinal well in hand here. 2 Kubb lead and
Mm-hmm.
a game in hand. They look to be moving on shortly, I would imagine.
Yeah, nice
Oh,
double.
Mike with a nice double.
They need to right the ship, right meow.
Yeah, picking off a couple eights here. That's just what the doctor ordered.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
There you go. That's good clear.
All right, let's get 2 or 3.
There's one.
This could be a Sven loaf.
Could be.
Nick puts one down.
Mike's been throwing eights really well all year. I
Yeah,
remember back at the Scuffle, just watching him play and thinking, wow, he's knocking down some eights at a pretty good clip here.
he played well at the Spring Fling too.
Yeah,
We didn't see much out of him at East Coast because they got beat in the quarterfinal against Glory Holtz, I believe, but who actually, won the tournament. But
yeah,
yeah, they've had a good year, no doubt about it. Mike's been playing well.
yep. Their K scores right now not so great though.
Yeah.
I will say, this is our um, first throwing of batons or anything since. Oh, and here's
Oh
that
boy.
Kung Mo Dare, and it looks like Kyle has a king shot, and
Mm-hmm.
he picks it up. So Kung Mo Dare wins game 1, puts Block Sabbath a bit on the ropes, and Kraken Beer. Sven, how long has this been going on?
I think it's over.
It is over.
10 minutes.
What was that? Was
That was a
wow.
smoke show, I believe, in game
Yeah,
two.
I believe I talked to Dan before the lunch break and asked him how things were going, and he told me started out slow and they were starting to pick it up real fast. I guess they've been picking it up because that one,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think they missed anything that match.
No. That was a quick exit for the Harbor boys.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Mm-hmm.
There was something I was going to say, and it was going to be really smart, and then that stupid thing popped up, and I had to talk about that instead. So,
Yeah.
yeah, don't remember what it was now.
All right, pressure clear.
There you go.
Nice.
That's a good shot. So, Vektor, of course, holders of the charcuterie board.
Yep.
Yep.
Did you sample any of that today?
I didn't get any of it today.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, I was a little upset. I was too busy waiting 45 minutes for 2 tacos.
Yeah. Oh God, I love the food trucks.
Yeah, I mean, look at it.
It is what it is.
Yeah, and you kind of overwhelm them when a 22 team Kubb
Mm.
tournament shows up to eat. I mean, I get it. I'm not,
Hmm.
it is what it is. They were
Yep.
good tacos. I enjoyed them. They had this like green sauce stuff. That was pretty good.
Hmm. Yeah. All right.
So Paul Joyce playing in his third tournament in the AKT this year. Played
Yeah.
went down for the spring fling.
Yep.
Played last month at East Coast. Playing here. Has he committed to PA yet, Sven?
Um. Yes, Vektor has said they will be there, but they are notoriously late registrars. So they They claim that they will be there with at
All
least
right.
one, maybe two teams, but
Well,
we will see.
that'll put Paul at 4 tournaments on the year. Uh,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, it will.
So he
So
had a
yeah.
T5 at Spring Fling,
Hmm.
um, and then he's guaranteed at least a T5 here. So that's a good season.
Yeah. No, not bad at all. All right.
Oh, snuggled it.
He did. That was some eighth grade dance right there.
Yeah, it was.
Ooh,
Oh, nice
nice
double.
shot.
He almost picked up the triple
He
too.
did.
Ah, junk in front. Junk in
Hmm.
front.
Darn debris. Oh,
Oh, almost
they're
picked up
still
the
not making
split.
any ground here, though.
No, they're
Surprisingly,
not losing. They're not losing ground either, though. So I
no,
mean,
they're not. It's just kind of they're spinning their wheels. Vektor is not really getting any eights either. It's just it's kind of surprising to see this go on this long, considering, you know, I would expect Cube to handle this a little quicker, but sometimes it's easy in this quarterfinal round to kind of, just be like, all right, we should be in the semifinals. That's, I think, maybe what they're thinking, but you gotta close it out.
Paul looked like he was filling it up there pretty good until he got a bit of a clacker.
Yeah, so is graphics gonna, you know, give any baskets to Peaches? Because
I don't know.
this has
Your
been.
guess is as good as
I'm
mine.
starting to think, is it even a thing anymore? Because,
Oh, it's a
after
thing.
they denied Jake
It's
the
a thing.
basket of peaches in the East Coast final when he hit the six
Yeah,
with
that was
one.
ridiculous.
I
That
mean,
was.
come on.
You can't be that stingy with your peaches.
No.
We do have a basket of peaches award today. I don't know who it's going to go to. I don't know. Kind of forgot about it.
What's the criteria there? I don't. Probably
I don't know.
graphics is just gonna pull something right out of their butt, as
Yeah, could be.
usual. Um, so what is the award supposed to be for?
The best driller on the day. We got a basket of
Okay.
peaches, and they
Okay.
got a basket of peaches. The best driller. Yeah.
Right. Yes. Okay. Well,
Well, we'll keep an
uh,
eye out. We'll.
yeah.
I mean, it hasn't been awarded yet, so we'll figure it out throughout. Maybe that's what we'll do before the last episode. We'll have a vote, a fan vote. You know how like
Mhm.
the fan vote for whatever. We'll have a fan vote.
I sense a line coming here. I don't know if this is
Oh,
clearable in three. They threw away two. Blaine missed two. There's a single. He's gonna need a double and a single just to even get in pressure clear territory here, and this is a tough shot. Yep.
yeah. I'm too busy talking about fan votes and baskets of peaches.
Oh, definitely gonna have a fan vote. See how many votes Lewis can get.
Oh, he's
Wow.
gonna get lots. Oh, I kissed it. All
uh,
right, this one. That is.
it's still tough. I mean, it's a tough finish. You have three base cubes left.
Yeah,
Yeah, you only have three. You only three you're drilling out, but still.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know if Das Coop finishes it off here, but I think they take the lead here and probably take a stranglehold on this game here.
Yeah, I would agree. This should be a commanding lead territory with especially with those two cubes left in the field on the other side. Um, that's they're not like they're together or where you'd want them.
Yeah.
So it's just gonna keep spreading out probably if you're Vektor. Say I'm not sure that one's in.
Yeah, that looks.
Looks like Mike's saying, hey, that needs to go black.
Yeah, it does. That's
And then
gonna.
he put it the wrong way.
Was it?
Yeah. It's supposed to be closer to that cube.
What are you gonna do? We'll see.
Rewind the tapes, Sven. There's
If they
Stu.
if they double it off, it doesn't matter. There you
It
go. It doesn't
doesn't.
matter in the end.
Yeah. It's just so easy to do,
Yeah.
especially when you walk away from it like that. And I'm not sure Mike saw him standing up to begin with. So um,
Well,
that's a good
Das Kub
shot.
is in the red zone right now.
Yes, they are.
They have to be perfect,
Yep.
and Mike's throwing them real purty.
All right. Over?
I'm going over.
I am too.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
The Ginger Lion.
Yep, laid him down right there.
Mm-hmm.
3 in a row.
So all he needed was the 3 with 2, and then just to be perfect, which is what they got. Nice,
There
nice
you go.
finish.
Yep, so Das Kub got the advantage line and then wins game one. Point 0.9 and 22, 24, point 7, 30. Yeah, 26. Nobody playing particularly well. I think somebody's gonna reach out and start throwing like they know how to do, and probably reach out and grab the second game here.
Yeah, no, a little bit of wheel spinning there, really on both sides. But yeah, well, it's a quarterfinal. What are you gonna do?
Yep. Coop Stash is now up 4 cubes. I'm gonna say that one's gonna be over here in just a second.
Yeah.
So Mike Davids picks up another one. He's dropping some eights in this one.
Mm-hmm.
What else we got going on, Sven? What else is new? What else is new on the Atlantic Coupe Tour?
Uh, I don't know. This is going to be interesting because after Maryland here, this is our fourth event. So we're going to
Yeah.
have Dan Corey, Drew Gander, Mike, Nick.
Oh,
I'm trying to think who else. A bunch of people getting their fourth score, which
Mike
would get them.
Davids.
I said Mike, Nick,
Oh,
Drew, Dan. So getting the fourth one is big because that's you're maxing out your points for the season, and then you can replace low ones in the next two.
yeah.
Bob will be at his third. Jake's only at his second. So
Yeah, it's fixing to get a little crazy after this, I think. I think when
yeah,
you got 4, oh, and there is the Coupe stashes. Jake looks like he's going to finish it off in game 2 as well. Um, and he does. Um, yeah, so once we get to the 5th and the 6th tournament, boy, the permutations are going to be bonkers.
yeah. I think PA Championship is going to be crazy. We already have really good teams stacked up there, and it's. I think that one once we get through PA, we're gonna have to start doing some tiebreaker scenarios because it's gonna get
Yeah,
nuts. It's
yeah,
gonna
that's
get
going to be.
nuts. Uh,
So what we've laid out before was that in the case of a tie at the number 1 spot, first tiebreaker is number of wins, second tiebreaker is number of seconds, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then we've never had ties after that before, so who knows? We'll make it
yeah,
up as we go.
yeah. It's gonna be. There's gonna be a lot of scenarios at Blasters, especially depending on how PA goes. Um, and
Yeah.
how this
Also
goes.
depends. It also depends on who decides to team up with who.
Yeah, exactly. And so there's things we already know. Wow, look at Mike Davids
Yeah,
going
Mike
for a
Davids
turkey.
is.
Going for a turkey. Oh, got the
Oh,
loaf though.
yeah, got the loaf. That's smooth loaf right
Sweet
there.
loaf. Yeah,
So what? Mike is 3 for 4 right now in this
I
game.
think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh, and the
yeah.
Ginger
Great
Lion picking one up.
turn.
Das Kub is feeling it all of a sudden.
Great turn, especially against that wind. Um, yeah, no, it's just so. I mean, who teams up with whom? I mean, even what happens today is a big thing because I mean, if Coop Sashes get a win, or Dan and Mike get a win, or even Drew and Joe, Das Coop, any of these teams in those top four seeds get a win today, it's gonna definitely change things.
Yeah.
And it's really tight in the club standings as well
I
between
was
Keith.
gonna say this one. Yeah, there's a good number of Keystone Kub players here today, and you would expect to go deep. So that top spot in the club standings is going to be interesting as well after this one.
Yeah, they already have three in the semifinals right now with Jake, Bob, and Mike Karenjic, um, that we know of. So that's
Yep.
already big for Keystone. Right now, we got Raleigh's got one in the semis with Dan Corey, and then they're
Yeah, and one
fighting
that's
to get one here with Kung Madare.
yeah, and by the way, Block Sabbath down 2 cubes in this one, and that's a
Yeah.
game 2.
Uh-huh.
We could have an upset on our hands, Sven.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a big one. That's a real big one.
All right,
So
what do we
yeah,
got? We need some eights here on the Vektor 2 side.
unfortunately, Keystone Kubb only had one player at East Coast Championship, which
Yeah,
it was quite an oversight on their part.
that's gonna come
Unfortunately,
back to bite them, I think.
Cousin
Yeah.
Dave couldn't make it. Mike Karanjic couldn't make it. Bob doesn't play in East Coast. So they had, Jake in the final, got second, but that's one score, and that's not going to do well if everyone else is getting two.
Yeah.
So that's one of the main reasons why they fell out of the first place. And a really good showing by Drew and Dan Corey at East Coast with that third place.
Yep. Yeah, when you double up, when you have one club that's got two players and they make a deep run, that's
Mm-hmm.
very good for the club standings.
Yeah, especially when that team wins it.
Oh yeah.
Then you
And you
get
get
the
40
max
points.
points. Yeah, you
Yeah.
get max points.
Yeah, so let's go over that. There's the individual standings. The club standings are just each club's two highest finishers. You just add their individual points together.
Yeah.
Two for every all six tournaments. There's no dropping scores or anything like
Mm-hmm.
that. It's just your two highest
Yep.
finishing players.
Which means you got to show up every event all season long, basically. And, you know, like we saw, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what Keystone's doing for blasters. Hopefully last year, Bob won. Herenjik got second. This year, hopefully Mike Herenjik comes back to get his fourth score in the Maryland Kubb Tour. But then hopefully Jake plays as well because he's going to be right there looking for the individual win as well.
Yep.
And then Bob's going to defend with Cody. So hopefully that'll work out for them. But and PA is their home event, so that shouldn't be a
Oh,
problem.
Mike
Oh, nice
Davids.
finish. That's
Mike
a
Davids.
chicken dinner if he hits this.
Oh
Yo,
no.
just missed it.
He got the winner. But
No,
no chicken dinner. Yeah, you always wonder how that happens. You're just dropping them from 8, and then all of a sudden you can't hit the king.
well, he hit the two hard ones. He hit the 4, he hit the 8, and then missed the king.
Yeah, it happens. It happens to
It does
everyone.
happen. It does happen. Just did.
Yep.
So yeah, it's going to be interesting. So that's the big thing in the Atlanta Coupe Tour. I think it's just as we come down the stretch here, this is the fourth event, and man, things are starting to come into focus a little bit more. And
Yep.
as they come into focus, I think it just becomes more and more almost murky with what could happen. I mean, there's just so many potential things that can happen.
Sven.
Oh boy!
Rebecca from Elmo
Oh
Dare finishes it off, and Drew
wow!
Gander and Joe Harbor are going home 2 games to
Wow!
nothing. Wow.
At least it's a short drive for Joe.
Yeah, because it's not a short drive for Drew.
Yeah, Drew's got a lot to think about on that one. Oh,
Yeah.
great job by Kyle and Rebecca.
Yeah, I kind
Absolutely
of been watching
fantastic.
that one. I've been watching that one out of the corner of my eye. Rebecca was playing great from 4, knocking them down, picking up doubles, and I think that Kyle just didn't miss from 8 the entire match. So that's
Mm-hmm.
going to win you a lot of games, and
Yep.
congratulations to them.
Yeah. No, I mean that's the thing. I mean we all know what Kyle can do. It's just how consistent is Rebecca going to be in it? And she can be incredibly
Oh,
consistent at times. And when she is, man, they are an extremely difficult team to beat.
by the way, that was a really nice clear right there. Two
Mm-hmm.
hard doubles.
They need 3 more.
Yep.
They only got 2 shots, so they need this one. Nice pick up there by Paul. Well, they have 3 shots.
Yeah, no,
Need the loaf. Need the loaf.
No
Oof,
loaf.
just missed it.
All right, so if I'm Das Kub, I'm sitting here thinking, all right, good drill, and we're out of here. Let's go.
Just keep the batons clean. Good
Yep.
clean drill, and it's over.
So Nick was drilling quite a bit last night at Friday night friendlies.
Yes.
Yeah, so we were out here until about 8:30, something like that last night.
Maybe later.
Was it?
Yeah. It was definitely dark.
Yeah, I mean, I know the sun was, down, but
Good
I mean, it's
observation,
also
Stu.
June. Well, it's also June, so I mean, the sun doesn't go down until like 10 o'clock at night or something. So.
This isn't Michigan, so I mean it's like 8:30, 9 o'clock, somewhere in that range. It was definitely dark. We were using that light over there behind the tent. We had the
Yeah.
pitches set up back there behind those tents. Let me tell you, the bugs like those lights behind the tents too.
Yeah, they do.
Woo!
Yeah, they do.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
That was rather intense.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is probably like prime bug habitat.
Yeah.
You got this
The farm.
grass that's a farm. Seems buggy.
I
don't
think
know.
this is over.
Yeah,
Nice
that's a
drill.
pretty nice drill.
This
There's
has the
one.
one out there. Yep.
Yeah, one a little bit out there, but the rest of them look pretty
Other
good.
than that, it looks pretty peachy. And I wouldn't
Yeah.
have given it to him, obviously, with the one out there. But other than that, oh, nice shot.
That's a big triple.
I think he should have got more. Oh,
It's a single. Got cheated on that single.
yeah.
All right, so you need
Two
two.
singles.
Yeah, you can afford one miss. Yep, this should be over.
I agree. Oh, no.
Eee.
Oh, no. Come on, ginger line. There's
There you
one.
go. All right, pick up the last one.
For the win. Good
Yep.
shot.
Mike
All right,
Davis.
Mike.
Does he get redemption?
He's not missing two.
No,
Not going to happen.
I don't think so either.
Nice
and he
shot.
doesn't. So Das Kubb moves on over Vektor 2. That was a solid second game there by Das Kubb. They started out pretty slow. What are they? 24%? Now 49%. 44% from 8. That is solid work. Vektor just couldn't really get the blasting or the 8 meters going. So we're going to have the Kubb stashes against Das Kubb, and then Kraken Beer and Kung Mo Dare. Semifinals of the silver bracket here. I'm taking Ice Cubes to win that one. Been seeing how Jeremy was drilling last night. He's got some good stuff going on there.
Yep.
And then the bronze bracket went too fast for me to see what was going on. Yeah, so next week, I don't know which semifinal we're going to have. I can't remember.
It's all good. Well, one of the two. They both look good.
Yeah, I don't remember which one it is, though. Either way, thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribe or thumbs up, liking.
Like and subscribe. Yeah.
Yeah. Like and subscribe. What else? I don't know. We'll see you next week. Sven, you got anything?
No, it was a good quarterfinal. It's great to be in the Kubb Zone. Great to be back here at Hopkins Farm Brewery, and we will see you next week for the semifinals, whichever one we decide to show.
That's right. Yeah.
Can't lose either way.
That's right. All right. Till next week. Bazooka.
Bazooka.